Hey, 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 this is the Antisocial Socialite back at it again. Happy New Year, happy 2021 to everybody. I know that it's like crazy early where most of you guys are. We're talking about what, 4 something in the morning. I know some of you guys it's like 1. So I get it, I'm just out and about. I've got some things I still need to do even though we're on lockdown. So I'm sneaking through these London streets, as it were, and yeah, it's nice and quiet. I'll be honest with you, I know it's really bad that this virus is knocking everything out, but it's kind of nice when it's quiet out here. So yeah, I'm just here. I don't know why this thing is on the screen. Take this thing off. I'm gonna have to clean up that a bit. Oh my gosh, I'm too busy. Last couple of days, we all saw the public service announcement that Christelyn Karazin put out that she wants to launch a flagging campaign regarding, obsidian. And this is what a lot of women who have. I'm just going to do a stream of consciousness while I go about my travels. Come walk with me, as it were. Uh, ooh, this is what London looks like. It's what some of these nice streets look like. I wonder if I can find a nice vehicle. There's normally like this really nice Ferrari family car parked here. Where's it gone? Sometimes there's like this R8 lying about, as it were. Oh, they must have gone to South of France. I'm joking. So and the thing about it is this: Christelyn, um, Christelyn did a video recently. A lot of the people who are like, "Why you always gotta be talking about her?" They don't understand how many years Christelyn has been in this space. Even long before I came into the knowledge that this sector of YouTube existed. Okay, and this is not the first time Christelyn has launched the flagging campaign business. Now people understand why I label them and other people call them kamikaze subs. They call them things like, the flying monkeys. Because how can you send your subscribers to go and flag channels simply because you don't like them and you've got a little bit of a chip on your shoulder? It's actually quite pathetic that Christelyn has to go to such great to silence somebody who is going to tell her the truth. Morning, George. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you. So yeah, I'm just walking and talking because I haven't got the time today to do any kind of live. And Christelyn knows what time it is. She knows, man, we're gonna roast that video of her talking about obsidian and why she's allegedly coming off of YouTube. And I looked at that and I thought to myself, this is such a ploy, this is such a desperate move to get her subscribers under emotional control. That's all this really is. She basically wants to make her subscribers it's this is a and I don't like using this word often, but this is like her, because not everybody who has narcissistic traits is an actual narcissist, but this is what she is using. She's using victimhood as a tool of manipulation. She knows a lot of her subscribers live through her. A lot of her subscribers, they want to have a white man because they want to one day be like Christelyn, even though no one's really seen her husband for the longest while. I mean, somebody needs to go and investigate her basement, bro, to find out if he's down there. Allegedly, I'm just joking, but I mean, it's like she is literally out here, you know. As much as you can call Cassie West's husband whatever you want to call him, at least he came to the defense of his wife. Over the years, you have seen Christelyn going to war with so many different people. Where is her husband to say, can you leave my wife alone? Stop picking on my wife. Stop treating him, stop treating him, God forbid. Stop treating her a certain type of way, you know? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people, they don't understand where this man is, you know? Um, so you know, you can say what you want about Cassie West's husband. At least he was able to come to the defense of his wife. Now, I don't respect what he did, and I notice Cassie's gone very quiet. You know, I'll be over there trolling and having a little look. But, you know, a lot of black women, they don't want to acknowledge how much they seek white women validation. But that's not the point of the conversation. Anyway, I started listening to the video and I regret not doing Happy New Year, Manu. I regret not doing a live stream, but I wasn't able to do it because now Christelyn has taken the video down, okay, where she's talking about flagging. So shout out to Obsidian for really going in on her, okay. At the end of the day, Christelyn is addicted to always getting sympathy from people. And what's actually happened is now that she's put herself out there with so many different, the thing is, well, what black man is going to defend Christelyn? There's no man in his right mind can honestly defend this woman. And you see, a lot of the time, she likes to talk about I'm being victimized. These men are attacking me, and a lot of these women do not intellectually, honestly look at all the things that Christelyn has done over the years. What black man, apart from simps, like, you know, Banks, that guy Richard Banks that she called up, Lennon Honor, who basically panders to black women, somebody like maybe Derek Jackson or somebody that she's got in her pocket. What black man in his right mind? I mean, let's think about what they would get. What do you get from defending Christelyn Karazin? You don't get anything. You don't even get really respect because a lot of these women, if they don't respect you, they just don't respect you. It doesn't matter what you have, it doesn't matter what you bring to the table. If they are attracted to you, they'll respect you. And if they're not, it doesn't matter who you are or what you have, they don't even care. So, you know, so actually let me check. So at the end of the day, you know, there's absolutely no benefit to coming to the defense of somebody like Christelyn because she is somebody who it wouldn't even make any sense. Like if you're somebody coming to the defense of Cynthia G, like I was getting into a conversation recently with somebody about, you know, how is Chrissy destroying the community? And again, I had to tell this woman because obviously she's oblivious. If you are talking negatively about your own men, and how is it that you can have a relationship with a man you can't respect? How can you have a relationship with somebody you cannot trust or have effective and respectful communication? If you're listening to Cynthia G all the time talking about Dusty and you're defeated and you're conquered and you want to be this and you want to be that, who is going to want to lay up next to that every night? A woman that in her heart, that's how she feels about you. You know deep down she doesn't respect you. No man in his who has any ounce of self-respect is going to lie beside a woman who says things like, you're conquered by the white man. I listened to Cynthia G and she said, you're defeated and secretly you want to be the white man of the black community. Anybody who does that is sick. Any man who does that has low self-worth because that doesn't even make sense. So, because I didn't watch much of the video, because, you know, I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm absorbing, but I get overwhelmed easy. Watching all of her garbage, I have to take it in bites, which meant most of it I missed. Christelyn said one of the reasons why, after she went on Kevin's show, she agreed to go on the show and then she backed out, was because he is a man. She said, after I did a bit more research, I saw that Kevin is out here telling women who are being abused to go back to their spouse. And if the spouse kills the woman, I don't want to be associated with that. Well, Christelyn, you were in connection with a guy who ran through half of your subscribers. Okay, you were in connection with the veganer who like openly put you on blast and humiliated you. So it's not like this is the first time you've been in connection with somebody who has a dodgy brand. Okay, let's not pretend like this is the first time and the only time. Number two, she said, oh, after I did a bit more research. So I went back through the videos. When Christelyn appeared on the show, Kevin had already changed his format about maybe 3 months prior. And even at the time when she appeared on the show, the vast majority of his videos were still centered towards men. If you go back 7 months, is it 7 months? We're in December? No, we're not. We're in January actually. 7 months. So if we go back 5 months, his format changed a little bit around the 8 month mark when he did a video about can Derek Jackson, I think, help women over 40. And then you had the CJ King incident. Those two videos had a lot of views, but the rest of his videos had like average consistent views for his channel, and they were still geared towards men, and they were still geared towards promoting things like colognes and perfumes for men, right? So that means if she can say he changed, she hasn't been watching for a week or 2 weeks. She was watching him for months. That's how she knew that he was a man who was putting men in their place, because she was watching him from the clouds for a while. And even though he had a couple of videos, CJ King and this Can You Save Women Over 40, he still hadn't started doing the call-ins to the extent that he blew up the way that he did. Okay, so when she called in, she never expected him to keep having this kind of success. That's why she agreed. Now, what I personally feel is this. Christelyn, you see how that Jessica Average at Best chick said, I felt like Kevin was trying to provoke me to be the stereotypical angry black woman. That's what Christelyn wanted Kevin to do to her. He wanted her to humiliate her on the call the way that Jason Black did. And the thing about it is this, Jason Black is like that with everybody. Not only that, they support women in interracial relationships. However, they say keep your daughters away from them. Exactly. It's so weird, this relationship. Now you've got all these old heads coming together trying to form up like Voltron. You've got Tonya TKO trying to promote her book. You've got Shira Seven who doesn't, all she's doing is creating sugar babies. And then you've got who else? Christelyn Karazin, who said she's quitting YouTube, doing the panel, anyway, doing the rounds, as it were. I have to be careful. And they're all dancing in their witches, you know, what's that thing where the witches gather? um oh my god, not gaggle, but there's a thing when the witches come together and they dance and things, and they're so happy that Kevin is allegedly being sued by a couple of women, including probably the Jessica Average at Best chick, because she didn't know she was on showing on the screen. Now some people say she doesn't really have a leg to stand on because she called the show, and when she realized that she was actually seen, she could have just dropped the call. She remained. So it's like, well, why did you remain when you picked up your phone and you saw the comments and you realized you were on air? Why didn't you say, I didn't sign up to show my face, and drop off the call? She remained. Because remember, multiple times that Jessica chick picked up her phone and she's looking at the comments and she's laughing. So she stayed, and that will work against her. I'm not into law or anything like that, but I think that will go against her when people say, well, if you knew that you were now being filmed, why didn't you just come straight off the phone? Why didn't you drop the call? Now, Christelyn did a video with Brooklyn Blue Coven. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Kendall St. Charles, she did a video with her saying, why do black women feel the need to call into these shows to be verbally abused by black men? All right. And I'm sitting there looking at the title because I haven't watched the video. I don't even know if that video is still up. And I'm thinking, Christelyn, do you not see you are that woman? Like, the reason why Christelyn is making this hate campaign against Kevin is because Kevin didn't give her what she wanted. She wanted him to abuse her. She wanted him to actually say something rude or hang the phone up so she could now post it as this is what black men are like. And when she didn't get that, she didn't get her victimhood addiction satisfied. You know, you got women online. You know, I was going to do the video about the woman in the car saying, I want to go back out in the streets and be a hoe because now I'm in a relationship. I can't get sex on a regular basis. Okay. When somebody is an addict and you don't give them what they want, they turn into, they get a rage. And really and truly, what Christelyn is doing is displaying that rage against Kevin because she didn't get an opportunity to run up in that line of fire. It's kind of like somebody who will provoke the police to eventually shoot them. She is literally trying to run in front of anybody with a gun, hoping that they will open fire on her. So when she couldn't get what she wanted out of Kevin, she then flew her ass over to Jason Black. And you think to yourself, why did you go there? What exactly did you hope to gain? And you're going over there under the guise, I'm here to help overweight women who need to understand they don't have to take this abuse. Well, they're abusing their own body with the way they take care of it with food. I mean, what are you really saving them from? Type 2 diabetes and a stroke? Like, it doesn't make any sense to say that you're trying to help these women by telling them that they can stay obese because that's somehow fine. It just doesn't make any sense, but in her mind it does because that's the smokescreen that she uses to justify um, putting herself in a position to now be victimized so she can hold that up as evidence that black men are no good. Okay? But going to Kendall to Charles and asking her, why do black women do this? You need to lie on the therapist couch and ask your therapist why you do it. Because you are the main instigator of this kind of put myself in a bad situation only to then come back and cry foul type of female. I'm looking at Christelyn and I'm thinking she's the kind of chick that will provoke you into hitting her. I know somebody like this and I steer clear of them sometimes because, and I'm going to have to sit them down and say, look, hey, what's good, Stoic? What's good, man? I have to be very careful because I don't want that temper to rise up. All right. And I'm going to have to say to them, look, I don't want to disrespect you, but why you got to keep provoking me? Because I think that's what you want. I think you get a rise out of keep on doing certain things so the person can blow up on you. You get off on that. And Christelyn to me looks like the same kind of female. She looks like the kind of person that will keep going at you until you spark her in the face. And she will run around showing that bruise as if somehow it was an unwarranted attack. That passive aggressive thing, with all due respect, you know, my white subscribers, I love you. This is something I think a lot of white people do. They don't come at you with aggression. They come at with you with a little passive aggressive dig here and there until one day you snap. And then they'll say, oh, I don't know why you did that to me. Like Cassie West in her video. I don't know. This guy's just coming in. You're literally telling on yourselves that you are these kind of guys. No, you need to stay out of black people's business and stop looking for cheap validation from black women on social media. That's what you need to do, Cassie. And you and your husband need to go somewhere. That's what you need to do. Okay? All these guys come in my comment section. What did I say? You know what you said and you know why you said it. So don't come out here with that BS. Okay? Christelyn is out here deliberately putting herself in the line of fire in order to get sympathy. And now that she cannot beat Kevin down, she cannot silence him. Now she wants to release the flying monkeys on the manosphere again out of jealousy. She backed herself into a corner with her channel because she cannot get respect from men. Because men cannot support all of the things that's gone, all that water that's gone under the bridge over the years. All the years that you've been talking rubbish about them, talking about how great the white man is, ain't nobody got a problem if you want white men. If you think white men are better and you're more compatible, a lot of black men are like, please just go. But you have one foot in that camp and you still want to have one foot in the black community. And I'll tell you another thing that irritates Christelyn. let me just try and end this quickly because I'm about to go where I'm going, right? Christelyn is angry that Kevin is blowing up. Christelyn is angry that Kevin has respect from men and women. Christelyn is angry that women want to listen to men. She is angry that women actually like hearing what men have to say once their mind is conditioned to not see them as the enemy. And she worked hard to try and tell women that men are no good. And then Kevin just comes with his good package and good presentation, and they're flocking to him. Okay? Christelyn is jealous that how can I say this? Things that she wanted to say that they wouldn't receive from her, they are receiving it from him, like you need to lose the weight and drop the attitude. Okay? Now, what Christelyn did not understand is this. Number one, black women will not do what they don't want to do. No matter how if that black woman doesn't want to listen to what you're saying, it doesn't matter how you package it, she's not listening. And Christelyn underestimated how much she cannot help black women who don't want to be helped. And at the same time, she does not have the gravity to actually draw a white crowd. Because what she's selling, a lot of white women can get it from other white women. Black women will support a white woman before the white women will support all these black chicks. So when it comes on to her doing etiquette courses and things like that, if you had to pick between Christelyn and Anna Bay, you know which one you're going to pick. So she is in a frenzy because she's being called out left, right, and center. She's been made a mockery of, and she couldn't get the rise out of Kevin. So now she's trying to make videos talking about. And the other thing is, she said in the video, because like I said, I didn't watch much. One of the reasons why I didn't want to be associated with Kevin, number one, if you have questioned them kilos, they're going around mad. She said one of the reasons why she didn't want to be associated with Kevin is because he said if a woman goes back to an abusive husband and he kills her, then she doesn't want to be connected to his name. Again, that is a emotive language grab. She's trying to get people on an emotional high. The other thing she said is he says to women with kids, give the children to the father, I couldn't support that. We already know children who are raised by single fathers tend to do better than children raised by single mothers. So if your goal is actually to do what's in the best interest of the child, why would you not want to give the child to the father? And the other thing about it is this, if that man was good enough to lay down with to father those children, why is he not good enough to raise them? Okay. So I really regret not having the time to be able to do a live stream, but I just want to call Christelyn out. At the end of the day, stop the attention grabbing, stop looking for attention, stop manipulating your subscribers, stop complaining all the time because your platform doesn't really give women what they want. Stop getting upset because Obsidian is calling you about the fact that you couldn't produce couples. Another thing that Christelyn didn't underestimate, she underestimated how much the manosphere was going to expose how swirling is failing, how a lot of these women are not leaving the black community to high value white men. They're getting the same average white men that they could have got in the form of a black man. And she underestimated things like World Star. We've got videos out here of women twerking in the bathroom, on four little boys. No matter how much you try to sell how awesome the black woman is to non-black men, they see that often before they see anything you're trying to present. So she's losing her mind right now because her whole platform is about to really collapse. No matter how much you try to sell going to white men as a black woman, there's the statistics show black men can date out at twice the rate that a black woman can. And that's what's making her lose her mind. So shout out to everybody who came through. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace and Happy New Year.